Howdy y'all. We have finally made it to one of our favorite places in the world, Terlingwood, Texas, right outside of Big Bend. But it's been 2 years since we've been able to come here. When we went full time, we tried to come here, just weren't able to make it happen. And now we are here at one of the coolest places on earth. Now, if you don't know where Terlingwood, Texas is, or Big Bend, if you look at Texas and you have the foot at the bottom next to the ocean, and then it comes up and there's a bend, well, that's where Big Bend is. But one of our favorite parts about it is this town called Terlingwood. It's not in Big Bend, it's right outside of Big Bend. We still have a 5-minute drive. I know it's not very far, but still a 5-minute drive to get there. But today we're gonna go into Big Bend, and we've been currently camping. I don't know, Kelly planned all this out.
Good morning, everybody. We are very happy to be here. We love this area, and we are at a hip camp. Now, I found this last minute on the hip camp app. We have that on our phones. And the reason we did not stay at Rancho Topanga is because we got here kind of last minute. You know how we are now. We don't plan anything. So Rancho Topanga, you have to go call them and book it ahead of time. Now, it's not very busy here right now, so we could probably get a spot there. We might camp there. We might be here for a week. I don't know. So we're just kind of hopping around. That's the beauty of our new setup, is because we can stay one night here, one night there, 2 nights here, and we can just leave and we can go do an activity for the day. We don't have to waste any time setting up our camp or breaking down our camp. It is just beautiful. Now, that is why we did the hip camp. We stayed here 2 nights. This was our last night here, and we're gonna move on today. And after today's activity, we are gonna be camping in Big Bend National Park. Now, you can reserve online. They have backcountry camping, which is familiar to us as primitive camping, which we would do in the National Forest, except it is not free. It is $10 per night. But you get that solitude, the desolate, nobody else around you. They also have backcountry backpacking camping as well, which is kind of the same thing. So we're going to be doing that tonight. That will be where we'll be camping.
And we have been trying for years to actually do this backcountry camping. We were kind of concerned because, you know, we like to take a shower. That's a big thing on us. When we go do a big hike or something, we want to be clean. Well, prior, when we just had our tent, there was no way to bathe off out there after we were done. So we always stayed at Rancho Topanga. Now we can finally camp there and still shower. And I know some of you are like, you can go without a shower. I'm sorry.
No.
Some people can, we can't. We gotta shower every day. We like showering.
I don't sleep well unless I'm clean. Something about my head, I'm laying there and I'm like, I'm not clean. I've got to wash my sheets now. And yeah, we don't have a wash machine, so that's just a lot of work.
Not to mention, if I don't shower, I'm already dirty from the oil. Like right now, I'm oily, just the way it is.
You showered last night?
I showered last night, right before I went to bed.
Now for breakfast this morning, y'all haven't seen this, but I've been making this quite a bit lately because it's easy and it's pretty healthy. I sauteed some spinach. I'm gonna cook some egg, shred some mozzarella cheese, put the spinach in the egg and the mozzarella, and we've got some English muffins that we're toasting over here. And we're gonna make little toaster sandwiches with them. So it's really good, and it's really healthy, and it's really filling.
And we changed our English muffin brand. Kelly started finding this guy, Dave's Killer Bread. Is that Dave? Yeah, that's Dave, right there. He's killer. It's really good stuff.
So this is what we're looking at. We toasted the muffins. We've got our cheese, spinach, egg, some pepper, a little bit of salt.
And I like to add a little hot sauce. And we're almost out.
We have another one.
Okay, man, I thought that, man.
Don't worry. We have more.
Okay. Now, we've done many hikes in this area. On our previous vlogs, we'll link those in the description below. But there's tons of other hikes that we still haven't done that we want to do.
I've been keeping a list of hikes, and every time we do one, we just cross it off. My list is still pretty full.
But today we're going to try to do something a little bit easier, but still a little hard.
We're not going to start out with something really crazy, just because we've been out of shape. We have not hiked anything that's substantially long since... When were we in Wyoming and did that hike?
It was South Dakota. It was the last long hike we did.
Oh, that was like 9 miles, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the last, and that had like 2,000 feet of elevation gain. You got to include elevation gain on top of your distance. That really makes a big difference in what you're hiking. What?
You're gonna need more.
Yes, ma'am. Like I said, we're just 5 minutes or so from Big Bend National Park, so let's go see what we can get ourselves into.
Okay, y'all have seen us talk about this store before. We're at the Cottonwood General Store. It is the only store in Terlingua with everything that you can imagine that you need. If you buy groceries and you come here and you forget something, they probably have it for you. They have bath stuff. They also let you refill your water tank. It's 10 cents per gallon, so it was $3 for us to fill up. They have a water hose outside here, and you can fill your tank up with it. How convenient is that?
The other cool thing about those stores, they have DEF fluid in case you run out of DEF, diesel exhaust fluid.
It's been since November since we had to purchase a new parks pass, and it's still $80 and it's for the full year. You can use it as many parks as you want to throughout the year, and you don't have to pay anything to get in because you bought the pass. This is our first time camping in the park, and we also just learned that you do not have to check in. Whenever you book your camp spot online, you can print out your permit or have it just on your phone, take a screenshot of it. And if someone comes by and they just want to check, just make sure you show them that you are able to stay in that spot because you paid for it. Now, let's go find the hiking trail.
That mountain we've been looking at on the way in is called the Chisos Mountain, and it's actually the whole mountain range, and it's completely within the national park. The hike we're about to do is not on the map, that paperwork map. It's on Hiking Project, which we have to take this road here to go up to this waterfall that's at the base of the mountain over here somewhere.
If you're wondering why we didn't drive down this road, I looked on the hiking app and it said that this road, which is Oak Springs Road, is closed to anyone in the park unless you work here. But we're seeing like a car or something down here. So I don't know what we're gonna figure out when we get down here. But my fear is we wouldn't have room to turn around anyway. And it doesn't look like it's that far of a walk. We can just see the very top of it.
Well, there you have it. I guess you can actually park down here. This is a really big parking area.
Yeah, little did we know. Now you know.
Now you know. Where it says road closed, that's the part that's closed off to pedestrian vehicles and only for park service vehicles. Now, Oak Trail eventually becomes a full-on hiking trail that takes you up to the top, but we're going to be cutting off of here and going to a set of waterfalls. They might not have any water coming off of them, but we thought it'd be kind of neat because I didn't even know that there was an area called falls around here, and these are called Cattail Falls. So we'll see those, and hopefully there might be some water trickling off of it.
I'm wondering if it's a spring.
It might be. There are several springs around here, including one hot spring right on the Rio Grande, right across the border from Mexico. I think you can take a hot bath and look at Mexico from America.
You can actually take a bath with like soap and stuff.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
You are allowed to sit in the spring, so hopefully we can do a video on that one too while we're here.
This whole region used to be under the ocean, low-lying seabed, and then whenever the Pacific plate started going under the North American continent, which created the Sierra Nevadas out west, the Rockies and these mountains were starting to be formed because the plate went under the North American crust. Everything in the Rockies here, the Black Hills, was being pushed straight up, and magma was coming up, and it was under the surface of seabed. That seabed and all the rock above it kept magma from coming out and exploding. So the magma rose up, cooled off, and hardened into this hard granite behind us. But then all that softer material of the seabed eroded away. Now, if you were to go around the whole base of this mountain, you'll find dinosaur fossils. Kelly and I went to a dinosaur fossil exhibit here, and they found Tyrannosaurus rex, a lot of fish, sharks. I think that exhibit was one of our favorite things.
Yeah, it was a really cool exhibit. just told me to look out for mountain lions.
I did.
I'm like, I can't look out there. I'm looking at where I'm going.
So this is a great region for a mountain lion to have its territory for ambushing, especially since this is not a popular trail and it's not marked on the park's maps. It means there's fewer people and more likely for wildlife to stay here. So there are mountain lions and there are black bear here.
Where's your knife?
It's in my pocket.
No, the big one.
Back in the truck.
Now all we can do is throat punch it.
Do you hear this? She's gonna throat punch a mountain lion.
That's all the defense we have. We don't even have a knife. We have nothing.
Once you get out of the desert and you start getting into this foliage, that's where all the black bear are located, but mountain lion are all over the whole entire park. Good news is each one has its own territory, maybe 20, 30 square mile range that they have. So all we're looking for is one mountain lion, more than likely.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Which it looks like we're approaching the canyon.
We are. I hear water. You hear that?
I hear water. Well, where's this ranch that we could have passed?
I didn't see
Homer
it.
Wilson's ranch remains? I didn't see it.
I didn't see that either. There's some ranch remains and we didn't see it.
No, he was using this one.
Look how big this is. Now, if we do see a mountain lion or a bear, do you know what you do, honey?
Crouch down, really still.
No.
Run.
No, that's a big...
I
no.
knew you weren't supposed to run. What are you supposed to do
You're
then?
supposed to back up slowly, back away from it, and if it attacks you or starts coming towards you, then you throw objects at it. And then if it finally attacks you, you fight back. So yes, you could throw a
Then
punch.
that's when the throat punch comes in.
That or gouging some eyeballs out.
Good to know.
But I'm here, honey. I'll let them get me first.
What am I supposed to do after that?
Then you run. Well, this is kind of cool.
There's a lot of water down there.
What blows my mind is we went from the desert to this oasis. And it's just like 10 feet back that way. Maybe more, maybe 20 yards. Look how clear that water is, honey.
Oh, there's a spring coming out right here too. Wow. Who would have thought out here?
This is the first time we've seen clear water.
Since we left Arkansas.
What was that?
What? What? What?
Make sure it wasn't a snake. It's warm enough today for a snake.
Where
and
did you hear it at?
I heard it
What
go through the
direction?
grass. Right there.
Okay.
That or it was a frog. And I don't think there's frogs here.
Might be.
Huh. Okay, I think we're good. Did you hear that?
No. I didn't hear anything.
Oh, I bet it's a lizard. Okay. Look at that. Oh, there are frogs, Kelly. So right there is a bullfrog, or some kind of frog. I don't know what it is. That is too cool. I just came to this exact spot and I swear the temperature dropped at least 15 degrees.
Ooh, yes, nice and cool in here. Feels good.
Oh. So, it looks like it always has some kind of water going on. And luckily we haven't seen any mountain lions.
sweet treat after that hike. I thought you wanted strawberry.
I do. Oh, I don't even know what these are, and they're so good.
I forgot the name, I'll have to look later, but anytime I see them, I like to get some. They're really refreshing. All right, you ready to find camp?
Yep. Now we just got a short drive to camp out here.
A note on our car.
We do? Somebody recognized us.
So cool to have met y'all in person. Thanks for all the content. We'll catch y'all on the other. Jace and Krista. P.S. The new rig is bad. Yeah, so we just met Jace and Krista on this trail.
Y'all are really cool. We like you guys. Now we're gonna go find some camp and relax in the desert.
We made it. This is kind of cool.
Kinda.
We passed K-Bar 1, and this is K-Bar 2. It's at the very end of this road. Wow, this is neat.
Look at this.
Look at that view.
Look at this. Look at this. That's the big mountain. So we were on the west side of that earlier. Now we're on the east side. And that over there, that big, beautiful outcrop of rock, that's Mexico. Mexico.
So where you want to park this thing?
Man, I ain't got a clue. Well, the wind's coming from that direction. So I know.
Do you want the kitchen window to view that though?
Yeah, but I also was wanting to be able to sit out here and spend time out here and
We could.
block the wind a little.
Well, if we pull this way, it'll block the wind. We get on that side of the camper. Either way, it doesn't matter what side of the camper we're on.
Let's get this thing set up. That wasn't so bad. I'll be honest, this is the first time in probably 2 weeks we've used these leveling blocks. Is it Coolie Cool?
It's Coolio.
It's Coolio, like the rapper Coolio?
Yeah. I've just always wanted to get a spot out here like this. It's just crazy.
Look at that. Look at that. Okay, this is Uptown High Rent.
Yeah.
This is Uptown High Rent. Let's get these jacks down so the wind doesn't blow it. That is all she wrote.
So I wanted to show y'all, these are the popsicles that we have. The strawberry, and then this is the walnut. Here's your brand. They are delicioso. Now we want to hang out, and then we'll cook later.
This is the greatest day of my life. Yes, it is.
So tonight I'm making my fajita quesadilla. We've got a green bell pepper, an onion, black beans, my taco seasonings. We're gonna make some guacamole here in a second, and some cheese. It's gonna be delicious.
Now Kelly does have some other amazing dishes that we're gonna do that involve bison.
Yeah, we have a bunch of other dishes that involve some bison and a steak, but we've got to cook our vegetables first because they will start going bad if we do not cook them. Okay, we gotta let this pan heat up, then we'll put in our peppers, and then I'll cut up the onion. That will go in next. And I have more tortillas in this. The grocery store did not have big burrito tortillas and the brands that I like, so we have to go with that.
I still can't get over how beautiful that is. This place is so big. I haven't even told y'all how big Big Bend is. I think it's either the 14th or 15th largest national park in the whole national park system, but its landmass is larger than Rhode Island. And of course, I know Rhode Island's like the size of a county for most places, but it's still larger than Rhode Island.
It's amazing, actually, that all this is preserved. All right, we're gonna get the guacamole going. I think I might do 2 avocados. I know this is ready, so I need to put that in. Next, we're going to half moon cut my onion. All right, now we've got our onion. We're gonna add some cilantro to the avocados and some lime juice. So I always do 1/2 of the lime and then mix it up and see if I need to add some more. Now I've got Monterey Jack cheese I'm shredding for the quesadillas. I've got my black beans with my vegetables and I'm gonna add the seasoning. So I've got chili powder, cumin, garlic powder, and oregano.
Dude, this wind is causing that seasoning to go everywhere.
We're gonna start building our quesadilla. So we've got some avocado. Put that down there. Then our cheese. And then our filling. Okay, see how that goes. Looks like they're done. We can make more if we're hungry here in a little bit. I just wanted to go ahead and start out with these 2. They look and smell delicious.
And I started my morning with my hot sauce, and I'm ending my day with my hot sauce.
That's how you do it.
That's how I do it. That's how the Odin rolls here, man. One of my favorite things about fajitas is the vegetables that are left over. Kelly fights me for those vegetables, and that's when she decided she wanted to just start making fajita quesadillas.
Well, it's easy, of course, with black bean, but like you said, I like the vegetables more than anything. It's good.
So good.
Well, that's all we have for this one, and we're gonna be in Big Bend for a little bit.
But we'll catch you on the other.
See you next time.
Sé que tú estás arrepentida por los momentos que perdí al lado tuyo. Solo contigo, mi amor. Extraño tus labios y tu mirar. Piel morena hermosa, olor de mar. Oye, costeñita, te voy a besar al frente de la playa, qué buen lugar. Momentos tan ricos para recordar. Es que todo contigo es tan real. Hay cosas que no se pueden contar, que a los suegros no le van a gustar. Enamorado. Que se me nota lo que siento al verte. Dame la luz pa' que te bese, babe. Que en la cabaña y probamos suerte y te besé. Que las sábanas lo sabían cuando esa boca gritaba Ave María. Contigo se sueña de día y por la noche sabes pa' qué venía. Nadie más, no eres como las demás. No es porque estás aquí, pa' ti sin mentiras. Yo lo sé, mamá, no eres como las demás. No me importa nadie más, solo yo quiero de ti, de ti, de ti. Enamorado de ti, solo en la playa vamos a desvestirnos. Baby, te quiero decir y yo no te olvido, mami, nunca te olvido a ti. El amor en ti encontré, tú me pones feliz, eres tremenda mujer. A veces el camino, baby, me imagino, son cosas del destino, hay que tenerle fe. Me dice, baby, cántala entera, pa' que sea grande a lo Guantanamera. Que lo más bueno es lo que nos espera. Soy tan feliz de que sea la primera. Oye, eres como las demás. No me importa nadie más, solo yo quiero de ti, de ti, de ti.